Baby Morad, Fiki, what's going on? Today is May 12th, Thursday, May 12th. Can you believe that? It is already like almost half the year is gone with the wind. It's like incredible. And there's a lot going on in Houston real estate. I can't wait to discuss it with you today. Just wanted to touch bases and see how you're doing. It's very important to me that you're doing well. You're living the best life possible. You're striving towards health, wealth, and success. That's very important. So just want to check in on you, see how you're doing. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. A lot is going on. We just hit 100,000 views on YouTube. So thank you. Thank you so much for everybody who's been supporting from the beginning. I really appreciate that. It means the world to me. Taylor says, preach, brother, hashtag Houston Real Producers. Man, what a great event on Monday. If you missed it, I believe I'm posting the replay. We got the replay going on. That was an awesome masterclass. Houston, hosted by Houston Real Producers. And Taylor, what's up, man? I appreciate it. That was awesome. But that being said, I'm having a great time. The Houston real estate business is shifting, and it's shifting fast. So let's go ahead and dig right in. Let me share the screen with you. Let's go right into it. This is actually, I think it's going to be quite interesting for you. So let me go right into the we're going to go right into the numbers. So these numbers have just been released from the Houston Association of Realtors, and as always, we're comparing the same time period with a year ago. So as you know, the market is cyclical. It ebbs and flows. It comes up and down. You can even see that when we look at, let me pull the stats I wanted to show you. So when you see, hopefully you can see this, when we look at over time, the average and median home prices over time, they shift. You see the roller coaster. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. But over time, you see the upward trend. This is what real estate does. The values rise consistently over time. So, a mentor of mine says, you don't wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate and wait, because your equity, your wealth, your values of the properties over time will rise. Now, is it a little rocky? It is, but over time you can see the trend. It's an upward trend. Unlike the Wall Street casino, also known as the stock market, your equity can evaporate overnight. It can go from half, from $100 to $50 overnight, because some bad news came out or somebody got skeptical or what have you. And you can give back years of gains in one night. You can give that back and then lose some. So, real estate values hold value over time unless there's a catastrophic event. There's a fire or a hurricane or a flood that can cut the value in half. But for those things, we have insurance. You got insurance on the property, and the insurance will kick in when there's a catastrophic event. So real estate is a great investment an investment class, a great investment class. There are major reasons to invest in real estate. One of them being the depreciation afforded by the tax code for long-term real estate investments. This is why I love investing in multifamily real estate. That will cash flow and pay me every single month. So that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. We'll look at the April numbers. So 1 year ago, from April 22 to April 2021, you can see there were 11,384 properties sold last month. And compared with a year ago, that's only a 0.2% increase in properties sold. Now, this is the first indicator that the market's shifting, because every single month for the last 2 years, the increase has been super high, from 25% to down to 15%, down to 10%, but now it's coming down to 0.2%, meaning that it's pretty much flat. There was not an increase from a year ago. So could the market be turning? I don't know. It looks like it. Total dollar volume up 14.5%. You can see that is up $600 million from a year ago to 4.5 billion in Greater Houston properties sold. That's billion. Now, what that tells me is that values are rising. If a year ago, if we have about the same amount of properties sold last month from a year ago, same amount. I mean, 11,384 from 11,358. It's not a big change. It's pretty much the same thing. So if we look a year later, but yet same numbers have sold, roughly same numbers have sold, but we have 600 million more properties sold, that tells me that the values have risen drastically in 1 year. And that's about 14.5% increase in values. Total active listings up about 5.2%. That means maybe the tide is turning. Listings aren't down, they're up. And single family home sales, again, flat, about negative 0.2%. I'd say that's pretty much indifferent. The average sales price is up 14.9%. So values have risen significantly. 15% rise in value from 1 year to the next is huge. A single family median sales price, that's up 16%. That means half of the properties sold above this number, half of them sold below this number. Up 16.6%. Single family months inventory, 1.4 months. So that is about 45 days. In 45 days, if no new inventory comes on the market, how long will it take to deplete the entire Houston MLS? And that would be a little bit less than 45 days. That's still an incredibly hot seller's market. But that's a good indicator. When that number starts going up, when it starts going to 1.5, and you can see a year ago it was at 1.3. Now it's at 1.4. That starts going to 1.5, 1.6, 1.8. That means the tide is turning. Single family pending sales down. That's a huge asterisk. That is something that we need to highlight. Pending sales a year ago were up 1.2%. So we're down 1.2% from a year ago on pending sales. That means buyers are starting to back out. And that also means that, if we looked at it a year ago, pending sales were up like 15 to 20%, if I remember correctly. So now a year later, we're not up, we're down. That's a good indicator of what the market's doing and where it's headed. So the market's turning. It's still a seller's market, but the market's turning. So if you're thinking about selling or you've been thinking about it, I would stop thinking about it. Let's get it on the market now. The market's turning. I'll add another thing. We're seeing. Well, let me come right here before we go there. So we are seeing, when there's multiple offer situations, we're not seeing 10 to 12 to 15 offers right now like we were. We're getting 2 offers, 3 offers, 1 offer. That's also a big indicator of what's going on in the market. So I just wanted to point that out. That's something you got to think about. Let's keep going. So, yeah, here we go. Again, looking at the charts, the median home price is $343,990. That's up significantly from a year ago. Average home price is $426,000. That's still significantly up. You can see the upward trend. We look at, let's go to single family home sales, 9,079 units. Again, you see the upward trend. And then townhouse condominium sales, 818 units. So, bam. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. When we're considering what's going on with the market. Interest rates have risen vastly during the last 2 years, vastly, and especially in the last 90 days. Let me pull up a pretty good chart so we can go ahead and show you exactly what's going on with the interest rates. There is a significant shift, and it's very important to look at those. If we look at the upward trend, Let me see if I can share this with y'all. Look at the upward trend. It is like, wow. It has risen vastly in the last few, about 90 days. And that's kind of scary. It's kind of scary, but it just tells you, don't be reactive. Let's be proactive, right? Totally. So let me share this. I want to share one last thing before we cut out for the day. And this is where the interest rates. So look at this. From a year ago, where rates were in the threes, we were in the threes, and then in between right about August of 2021, it was even below 3%. So if you're trying to time the market, nobody has a magic wand. I hear people saying, hey, I'm going to wait till they go back below 3%. They might never go back below 3%, right? Who knows? They may never go back below 3%. The thing is, there's only 2 times in history when interest rates have been below 6%, and we're in one of those times. During the last 100 years, it's only been twice that interest rates are below 6%. So 6% would probably be on average. And, now look how fast the rate has gone up. So right here, it was below 3%. That was the time. If you were waiting to time the market, that was the time to buy, because that's a free loan, by the way. And now, boom, 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 January 22. So January of this year, they were still just over 3%, which is an incredible rate. That's a free loan. If you have inflation at 8% and going higher, and you get a loan locked in at 3%, 3.25%, that means every month that you're paying that loan back, you're making money, because the bank loaned you money a lot cheaper than what you're paying it back. The money you're paying them back is worth a lot less than the money they loaned you. And if you're locked in for next 30 years, I wouldn't pay that loan off. I would take my time paying that loan, because you're paying that money back with less valuable money. It's a lot cheaper. That's just, inflation is the silent thief. So right here, threes, and then boom, what happened from January to March? We went from 3.2% to like 4%. And now from March to May, we're here in the mid fives. That is fast. That is a lot of change in interest rate fast. And will that turn the market? I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned with me. I'll let you know for sure. I'm going to let you know. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you're having a wonderful day and believing in the best for yourself and your families. I'm always praying for you to have health, wealth, and success. Life is too short to just be going day to day and not enjoying life and being passionate about life and the best life has. So live your life with passion and health, wealth, and success. And as always, I can't wait to see you next time. Thanks for checking in with me. Have a wonderful weekend.